Boston bombing? They were on the loose in the city of Boston. These two terrorists. Did authorities just bomb neighborhoods? Did they murder civilians? They're like, wow, there's nothing we can do. There was terrorists there. Of course they didn't. That's not how civilized cultures and societies act. Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister of Israel, is a ghoul. He is the Trump of Israel. He's corrupt. He faces legal challenges. His kids are up to their necks in corruption. He's a killer. He's administering a genocide of the people of Gaza, the Palestinian people, starving them, systematically starving children. Tens of thousands of children are dead because of Benjamin Netanyahu. And now he's killing American citizens, a father and 3 American children. And what's the media doing in this moment? I emailed myself. This is how I kind of operate. When I see a headline, I email it to myself for the next day so I can prepare. I don't come down to the studio immediately and create my screenshots that you're getting ready to see. I do that in the morning. So when I emailed myself this, here's a copy of the email. The original headline that I was going to read from CNN, 4 U.S. citizens killed, including 3 children, in Israeli strike on Lebanon, says Lebanese government. I wanted to talk about this. The genocidal IDF, the genocide that is taking place, the systematic starvation and killing and erasure of Palestinians by Israel. Came down to the studio and the headline, conspicuously and obviously radically changed by CNN, now reads, 5 killed in Israeli strike on Lebanon, but claim some were U.S. citizens is being disputed. There's no indication that the article was changed. There's no we updated the title when we got new information. None of that. You wouldn't know that it was a previous headline because they didn't tell you. So I'm going to read from a foreign newspaper, and actually a conservative one. This is Sky News, founded by Rupert Murdoch, still a conservative bent to their coverage. This is the Sky News headline. Lebanon says 4 U.S. citizens killed, including 3 children, in Israeli drone strike. The Israeli military said it was targeting a Hezbollah terrorist who, quote, operated from within a civilian population. So of course, Israel has no choice but to kill American civilians, 3 of them children, because there was a terrorist around. Remember the Boston bombing when the Tsarnaev brothers disgracefully committed an act of terror at the end of the race of the Boston Marathon? And they were on the loose in the city of Boston. These 2 terrorists were on the loose. Did authorities just bomb neighborhoods? Were they just in service to trying to catch and kill these terrorists? Did they murder civilians? They're like, wow, there's nothing we can do. There was terrorists there. Of course they didn't. That's not how civilized cultures and societies act. They preserve the dignity of life. Not Benjamin Netanyahu. No. After the fact, it's like, oh, we're looking into it. Sorry, y'all. And our State Department is like, well, we're not even sure if they're Americans. Of course, brown people, those aren't Americans. Yeah, let's listen to Donald Trump and this administration, CNN. Let's take the word of the State Department run by Marco Rubio, who hasn't seen an ass cheek of Donald Trump he didn't want to get his tongue on. Fantastic. An Israeli drone strike in southern Lebanon has killed 5 people, including 3 children, the country's health ministry said. 4 of those killed, including the children and their father, held U.S. citizenship, Parliament Speaker Naba Berry said. 2 others were wounded, including the children's mother. Mr. Berry said, the blood of these Lebanese, including 2 who hold American citizenship, is a matter for those who were meeting in Nakora and for the global demonstration that has begun to converge on the United Nations. Quote, is it Lebanese childhood that poses an existential threat to the Israeli entity? Or is it the behavior of this entity, killing without restraint or accountability, that constitutes a threat to international peace and security? the Israeli military said it was targeting a Hezbollah terrorist who operated from within a civilian population. The IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, acknowledged several uninvolved civilians were killed and said that the incident was being reviewed. The IDF is operating against the Hezbollah terrorist organization and will continue to act to remove any threat posed to the state of Israel, it said in a statement, up to and including killing American children and an American father, apparently. And what do you think is going to happen from the Donald Trump administration? Are they going to hold Benjamin Netanyahu accountable for murdering Americans? No, because those Americans were brown. Those Americans weren't full Americans. They weren't real Americans, according to Donald Trump. And the right evangelical wing of the Republican Party will celebrate, because they hope to bring to an end our entire existence, because they believe Jesus is going to come back at a certain time once these certain prophecies come to pass. And they all involve the Jews. They all involve Israel. Armageddon, Megiddo, where the battle will take place. It's a death cult. Evangelical Christianity, especially this Christian nationalist version, is a death cult. They're trying to bring about the end of the world. And because it involves the Jews, they're willing to suspend their anti-Semitic rhetoric. They're willing to suspend their anti-Semitic attitudes, their hatred, their bigotry, because there's an end in sight. And the end will justify whatever means. There's no pile of dead children too high for Republican evangelical Christian nationalists. Whether that be a pile of Palestinian children, there's certainly no pile of dead babies too high for in that case. But even Americans, who cares as long as we get Jesus back? As long as the mythology of our beliefs are covered, kill all the kids. The pro-life party, the family values party, the America First party that's conspicuously silent right now as Benjamin Netanyahu advances his genocide into a foreign country and is now killing Americans. But come on, CNN, what are you doing here? Media in general just missing the moment. I invite your participation in this conversation. You can comment below the video wherever you're watching it. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. Please, it is free to do so. Subscribe to this program on YouTube. Go like and follow the Facebook page, Dollemore Daily. All those things really do help. If you got $2 a month and you want to help produce this work with me, help me make this content, you can click the join button below this video on YouTube to become a channel member for $1.99 a month, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast and help support the work there. I love and appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.